Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today we're going over the new Booker's 2026-1 release. But first, let's do a giveaway. Alright, so this is going to be for the American Light Whiskey video from a couple weeks ago. And obviously, I'm a little behind, so I'm going to do two. And the winner is Cash E3561. Congratulations, buddy. Alright, and then this giveaway is going to be for the Augusta video, and the winner is Kevin freaking Page. All right, before we get into the Booker's 2601, I do just want to say everything is good. I know I missed uploading, some of you guys did notice, uploading last Wednesday and last Friday. I wasn't sick or anything, nothing was going on. I went to Indiana, or I went to Kentucky to do picks in Indiana at MGP for Remus and Penelope with a local liquor store, and that kind of was, I've recorded the videos for last Monday's video, so it was all set up. And then I had 2 whiskey cigar clubs this past week, and my mom's here from Portugal, work. Just a lot of chaos. I never actually ended up recording any videos to edit them. I apologize for not posting, even though I just said on the cigar video, like the top 10 questions for the cigar video, how that was my 200 video and I only missed one upload the whole first 200 videos. And then instantly I forget that I don't upload the 202 or 203. So this is 202. Anyways, let's get into the Bookers. So the new batch, as you can see, it's about half gone already because I have had this multiple times and I'm surprised it took this long to get into it. This is called Big Easy Batch, 7 years, 2 months, 15 days, 129.1 proof. On Fresh Crack, it was pretty good. It was in a Whiskey Cigar Club, the first one of the month of April. Like, don't even know what month it is. It did very well in the lineup. I think the next video I record is actually going to be the recap of my 2 Whiskey Cigar Clubs because I finished them already. And we're going to compare it to my favorite Bookers of 2025, and that's the 04 batch, which was the Phantom Pipes batch. I know last year I kind of was going back and forth between what batches I liked the best, but when I blinded the 4 of them, this is the one that won. Instead of me comparing to a bunch of them, I'm just going to compare it to my favorite, see how it kind of compares to that one. And then as I get the newer releases, I'll kind of compare them to each other. So let's get into the blind. All right, the nose on A. All right, overall very light. I expect a lot more from that because I know I like the new one, and going against 1 out of 4 from last year, the one I like the best. So I assume these both be pretty good. But light, nutty, red fruit, woody, but it wasn't very vibrant on the nose at all. It was kind of hard to pick out those nose notes. So let's go to B and see how this one is. Okay, so I was going back and forth a little bit because it was also light. Maybe it's just a me thing today. Maybe my nose isn't the best. Who knows? But it was less nutty than A because going back and forth. Sweeter. A was more woody. B's more oaky, like it's a better wood note, but also light. So let's get into the palate. All right, so first sip of the day. The notes I'm going to say are pretty good, but overall, I'm really hoping it's just a first sip type thing. So some of the notes. Sweet, red fruit, nutty. Right off the bat, pretty good. It was starting to get like a little funky, stringent on the side. I didn't even write this down because I'm hoping it's like a first pour thing. Oak, peanut butter, a slight sour peanut note. So definitely nut forward. On the finish, milk chocolate, a yogurty note. You know, it's kind of like a sour milk almost. But again, really hoping this is a first sip type thing. So let's go to the second sip. All right, second sip, way better than the first sip. And so that's, again, why I always do multiple sips. I get anything new on the palate, but overall, those astringent, weirder notes went away. It was just a better pour on the finish. Nutty, spice, some slight red fruit. The yogurty note, sourness went away. Overall, again, I keep wanting to say Reese's because I'm getting the chocolates and peanut butters, but I'm not tasting like an actual Reese's cup. The notes are pretty good. So let's go for a third sip. Yeah, that's very good. Something that this does, and I forgot to mention it on the second sip because it happened on the second sip. That sweet red fruit note is pretty strong in the beginning. So you're on this roller coaster of this great, almost red Jolly Rancher note in the beginning. And then it gets more of that oaky, nutty profile. Then you go to the finish and it's more chocolatey and nutty a little bit. But overall, very, very good. I do like that. So let's go to B. Interesting. I didn't get nutty at all. We'll see if I come back to it. Actually wasn't looking for it, but it wasn't like nut forward. Sweet, smooth, which is not a word I use a lot, but coming off of A, it was a lot just smoother. Red fruit oak gets darker and proofier, like the longer like it's in your mouth. On the finish, sweet oak, darker, bolder, richer. To me, this is like a step up in like quality over A. We'll see on second sip. I can see the smoothness of glass B being kind of flat for some people because it's not like the roller coaster A was, like the stronger flavors. It's just this one's, I think, just a smoother but more richer experience. But I did get some slight nuttiness on the palate and on the finish, and some vanilla notes on the finish. One more sip. A lot of good red fruit this time. This red fruit sweetness. The proof has a little bit of a kick to it, more than like glass A. There's that, but I do think I like it more than A. So right now I'll take a break and come back. Well, I'll take a break and I'll A/B these. I usually do this in when it's just two, but right back. All right, drink some water and let's go to B. Interesting, right after water was like kind of strawberry and banana-y notes. So I always do too. So on the palate, more fruit, kind of just like the first sip right after water. On the finish right now, I don't know if it's just because there's, you know, from the water or whatever. It's kind of like a stringent oaky note. It's probably my least favorite finish, but let's drink some water and go to A, and then I'll A/B them and kind of see if that's still there. All right, I actually took 3 sips because the second sip was a little off. I did 3 sips after water. Again, the red fruit is strong in the beginning, red fruit sweetness. And it is much nuttier peanut butter forward than B. A tastes like that traditional Booker's profile to me with that peanut buttery peanut note. B is kind of off profile a little bit because it seems like a more richer Booker's. Almost like I almost would want to compare this to like the Booker's Reserves from 2 years ago, not last year's tequila or rum finish thing, tequila finish. Because this kind of gives me that kind of feeling of something a little bit more mature. But let's go back to B and C. All right, went back and forth a little bit, and I think I have a clear winner today. But first, let's do a giveaway. If you want to win 2-ounce samples of both of these, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with B261, all put together, B261. All right, so I went back and forth. I scored them a little bit apart, I will say. I actually really enjoy the 2601. And I have been enjoying it. I would have to compare to see what I scored it the other day, but today I scored a 3.95, and I scored my favorite from last year. Pretty much got smoked today with 3.6. I just enjoy the more deep, darker bolder profile of the newest batch, 2601. I do like it. I'm almost debating like, should I get a backup? Because it's pretty much halfway already. I doubt I will, because I'll end up getting the second and third and fourth release, and that's just ridiculous. The 2504, pretty good, but more of your typical Booker's profile versus this one. So if you're a Booker's fan, actually, the reason I cracked this open was at my friend's house for when it was March Madness. It was like the semifinal game, and he's a huge Booker's fan, so that's why I brought it over there, and we tried it. He enjoyed it a lot. So even if it's a little bit off profile, even Booker's fans will like it. And during the Whiskey Cigar Club, he was part of that one with the Booker's in it, and another bottle that had Booker's juice in it, but older, which you guys will see in either next video or 2 videos from now. And he basically picked both the Booker's as his first 2, because he's very consistent at picking them as his favorite. It's crazy how that happens. Tell me if you've had this new Big Easy batch Booker's and your thoughts on it. Are you liking it as much as I am? We'll see. Don't know stupid. And if you do, don't get caught. Bye.